So I'm really excited. Just look at that melon. I think these are the hammy melons. And then these are the casabas. And they've also got some stuff going on in there. We had a bit of a heavier rain. It was so gusty that it knocked over most of my corn, so I went ahead and picked a lot of it. Luckily it was at least half, if not fully done. So I had me some corn on the cob a couple days ago for dinner. I can't completely remove those corn stalks because, you know, I had those beans climbing up them. I picked some of those as green beans, you know. Ooh, this one's almost completely torn off. But I think I might end up having these ones ripen and then just call it good. The pumpkins, I mean, that's melons over there, but all of this is pumpkin as far as the eye can see. I maybe forgot how big they get, or maybe because I had really good soil this year that they're growing extra big, but I'm pretty sure that those are at least 20-foot long pumpkin vines already. So the mango back there also started sprouting, but it was from the bottom mango that they grafted the ice cream mango to. So I emailed the company and asked them, hey, what kind of variety is the one that's the graft base, for if I should bother keeping it, and they said, nah, it's gross. You should probably start over again. Well, mangoes aren't on sale right now at their store, and they don't have this variety either. I bought it because it's one of those condo mangoes, you know, one of the dwarfs that only gets like 6 feet tall instead of like 40. So I kind of just pushed the little mango starts off, and it seems like maybe a little bit of that ice cream mango graft might still be alive. I guess I'm gonna hope that that sprouts instead. So I'm glad I let the base sprout a little bit first though, to get a little bit of energy into that plant, but maybe by pinching those off I might encourage the top part of it to start growing. So the cinnamon sprouted some leaves too, and then the sugar apple still looks okay. Casualties on the carnivorous plant side, that leuco still looks bad. A couple of those Venus flytraps definitely look dead, and my green miner, RIP. We'll see if I actually get seeds out of that minor oak though. Like, it's small, it's not gigantic like people say it's supposed to be. It's all of like 6 inches, so maybe I'll plant seeds of that all over the place instead. And then I have those Venus flytrap seedlings too in a little container, so maybe I'll just replant those in the empty pots. So I definitely have some pumpkin sets. I think you can see it in the corner there now, right? That next to that sugar apple all the way in the corner, which is exciting. I went through and pruned a bunch of these zucchini leaves because it was leaf upon leaf upon leaf, and I want some better air circulation in there so stuff doesn't rot. I'm inundated with zucchinis. I come out here and pick at least 3 a day, and then I always find at least 3 more. So I think I need to, there you go, I think I need to, these are the Costata Romanescos, make some zucchini bread, because I haven't done that yet, but I think I don't have a grater, so maybe I need to ask somebody to borrow some. All this stuff is that lemongrass. The eggplants are kind of taken off now, so maybe let them sit there and get eaten by flea beetles for like their first 4 months out here, and then they'll finally grow. I read up on the variety that I grew, and apparently people really hate it online, that it's kind of one of the more bitter ones, but you know, all eggplants used to be really bitter that everybody grew. So, you know, you just brine soak them and squeeze it out, and then they become edible. Sort of like canned peppers, right? You add salt and then they become better, like the non-pickled ones, because the pickled ones, obviously in the pickle brine there's lots of salt. So that lemongrass, it's really taken off. Maybe it just has really big leaves because it's in the middle of what used to be pumpkin and cornville and wasn't getting any sunshine, so it had to grow some bigger leaves. I'm glad, well, it needs more tying up, but I'm glad I went through and tied all of these tomatoes up really nicely before that big storm we had. Oh, and speaking of, I don't know if you can tell, but these potatoes over here got eaten something good, and I think it was overnight after I made my last vlog. All of those leaves disappeared and I couldn't even find the hornworm. So the next morning I went through and sprayed BT all over these and the tomatoes and all over the squash too, because it's for caterpillars and all those things have caterpillar problems, and actually all over everything, because I've been finding little caterpillars all over the place. So and then later that night is when we had that big storm, so hopefully the caterpillars got taken care of and then everything got washed nicely so that I don't have to worry about washing pesticides off. Oh, it looks like I have more beans to pick today. So I keep putting those into pickle jars too. So I have pickled beans, and then I have at least a cucumber a day lately. So I keep adding the cucumbers to the brines. I have a small population of endemic praying mantises, which is nice. Hopefully they aren't picking off too many bees. I have one over here and then one over by the ground cherries. That's kind of big. Where are we at? 7-minute mark. We can do a little bit more before people get bored. So these are those little orange, they call themselves like Rich Sweetness or something, but online they got called Tigger melons for a little while because they're striped like Tigger. So these are setting too. I'm excited. So the bees definitely go for the pumpkin in the mornings, because why wouldn't you? They get drunk on it and end up just sitting around and preening themselves. But then in the afternoon they come back for the melons. So these melons are setting. Over there is the I don't know if I can walk through here. I'll have to go around. Over here is, and this is that patty pan squash. On this plant I finally have some female blooms starting to pop up. Oh, this must have been yesterday's. Hopefully it got pollinated. Who knows though, you know? Oh, maybe it has a root growing up. So this, where is it? That one might be tomorrow's. I'm excited. Even though I'm kind of overrun with squash, you know, but I'm still excited to taste something new because I've never eaten it before. So this one is that honeymoon melon, because the one on the other side is the, what's it called? The Boule d'Or. So I don't know if this one's set any melons yet. I think maybe this little guy over here had some female blooms. Maybe. No? Well, that's fine too, because it'll just be a pollen donor for all the other females, you know? My hands are itchy. I get contact dermatitis from the tomatoes, so that's been interesting. So, oh, you can see that there's a nice, where's that cucumber? Let's go grab it. Oop, oop, oop. Oh, there's two of them. It's twins. Come on. There's one cucumber for pickling, because I actually hate cucumbers. I planted them just to make pickles. Now where'd that other one go? Oh, it's here. So I hate the taste of cucumbers, but I love pickles, so I planted these just to make pickles. And I thought about getting myself like a bigger pot for doing like proper canning, like the water bath stuff. But then like everything is sold out online, of course, because of pandemic. So I just did kind of a quick fridge pickles where you make up the brine and you pour it over them kind of cold so that they stay crispy, and you don't, oh, that's a big one, and you don't have to like add grape or tea leaves or anything to add in the tannins to keep them crisp. So less ingredients, and they last less long. It's only like a couple weeks in the fridge, right? But I eat so many pickles that a couple weeks in the fridge is that one got kind of big. A couple weeks in the fridge is kind of their maximum lifespan before I end up eating them anyway. What else do we have? Maybe we'll pick this small one. It's probably because of that good rain that we had, right? This is our cucumber haul so far. What else? That might be it. Yeah, I have to reach through the trellis, through the peas to get my cucumbers, because on the other side I got all those melons hanging out. We'll leave the rest of these to get juicier for another couple days. There's always one that gets away from you, right? Ooh, I should pick this tomato before it gets eaten from the inside out. Oh, this one's sort of cracking too. Maybe I just gotta ripen this one inside. Maybe I'll get this one too. Yeah. And I already picked a couple of, there were red pear tomatoes this morning when I was out here drinking my coffee. So, I don't know if we looked at this one. So, this one has some small melons coming out of it too. This is just a mess of melons and pumpkins, and then the cassava melons are growing into this side too, and the peppers. I still have just that one jalapeno. That one red beet is still nice. Watermelons still don't have female blooms. Oh, but my discovery of the morning that I'm the most excited about. Let's go over there. Strawberries are finally happy from that downpour. They got a good watering. They really don't work out in these little containers, so I think I'm gonna let the ones that rooted in the ground kind of stay here and keep growing. And then for next year, I'm gonna maybe repot into one of those little kiddie pools, like is what the cool kids do. And then put it here. Either that or get another one of those square cedar planters for over here for the strawberries. Nope, no more. But that's okay. Oh, I should pick these too, because they're cracking too. Man. Well, at least they sort of started to blush, right? One of these completely fell off during the storm, so I cooked it up, still green, and some eggs. It was okay. My hand isn't big enough. Maybe I'll leave these here for now. So, what is my discovery? My discovery is, yay, one of those purple potatoes finally came up. So hopefully the rest will follow suit soon. I think I have like 8 of those seed potatoes planted here. The lettuces were all bolting, so I cut them off and put them on top here as a mulch because they were way bitter. Okay, well, I'm gonna figure out how to haul all of this stuff back into the house. So that's the vlog for this week. Till next time.